right, ladies and gentlemen, glad to have everybody with us here in a wonderful environment across the board. Sit back and enjoy. We've got the North Forsyth Raiders taking on the Lanier Longhorns. Kickoff in about 10 minutes. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, glad to have everybody with us here on Score 58 Network. North Forsyth Raiders versus the Lanier Longhorns. Kickoff roughly around 10 minutes away. We'll hopefully go live here shortly in the next 5 minutes. Sit back and enjoy all the sights and sounds of Score 58. That's called the energetic sounds of sports coming across here on a repetitive motion. Once again, we'll be bringing the game live here on some Thursday night football. Glad to have you with us here, Georgia High School Athletics. gentlemen, hey, if we don't start off with any type of hiccups, then we're not doing our jobs here as sports reporters and broadcasters throughout this wonderful universe. It is 7-0. Lanier jumped on them very quickly. Sorry for the delay. We were dealing with good old-fashioned technical issues. We had to have the satellites talk to the people in outer space and bring back to Mars and to the moon. So currently right now it's 7-0 Longhorns here at the start of the first quarter. Glad to have you with us here. I'm Bo McMichael here on the Score 58 Network. Let's get a little fun and excited here. Lanier's kicking off. Lanier in the black, North Forsyth in the white. Deep kick. All the way down to about the 10-yard line. Forsyth takes it all the way up to about the 25, all the way down to about the 28-yard line, and that's where North Forsyth's going to start off their offensive series here. Glad to have you with us right now. North Forsyth comes in as the second seed here, ladies and gentlemen, where Lanier is sitting at the third seed. As you can see at the very beginning, we threw that nice little region standings. Everybody's getting in some region action right now. North Forsyth's 2-0, Lanier's 1-1. This is a very crucial game for both teams here on a Thursday night football extravaganza here on Score 58 Network. My main spot person will be here shortly to help call out the numbers because I'm not allowed to based on the courts. Quick handoff. Running back right up the gut. Looks like it's number 11 for North Forsyth. That's Darren Berry. Back up, second down and 10. Glad to have you with us. Step back pass, swing off to the left, trying to get all the way up there, gets about to the 5-yard line. I guess 5-yard gain, not the 5-yard line. Joey, you got to help me out here. You're my spotter, man. This looks like about 3rd down and 7 here. 3rd down and a long 7, probably a 3rd down and 8. We'll call that the best way possible. I'll be looking for a pass play out here. Shotgun. Back to the left. Step back. All the way across. Out of the reach of number 14 for North Forsyth. That's going to be a 4th down. Quick 3 and out for the Raiders of North Forsyth. And just like that, they're punting it away, sending in a whole 7-0 here in the first quarter from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Got some other exciting actions. We'll join in here shortly. Druid Hills up 13-0 over Midtown. Hampton over Mount Zion 7-0. We'll throw those games up here and make a lot of pressure. Able to get the punt away right up the gut. Punt return by number 1 from the Longhorns. Good 10-yard gain. Little history. Oh, penalty. Didn't see, but it is a flag on the play. We'll see what happens there. They're going to be re-kicking, or is it going to be an automatic first down? Might have been a roughing the kicker based on where I see the spot. It looked like they're going to walk it off. Only a 5-yard, so almost a running into the kicker. So it's going to be 4th down and about 4. They're going to punt it again. That's always terrifying for my rules. When we're talking about keys of the game, special teams always comes up into my mind for the keys of the game. I'm all about, hey, if we got that punt off, let's leave it be. Punter's got a good leg. Let's see what happens again on the second punt. Nice kick. Gets the bounce. Always going to roll about 17 yards more than what it needs to be. That was a great choice by Coach Kraft and the Raiders. Where once was 50-yard line, now is on the 17. You talk about a nice change of possession, a good call to accept that penalty, and let's punt it again. So with that in mind, the Longhorns take over right around the 18-yard line on their first trip on the offensive side of the ball. Once again, sorry for the missing of the touchdown to begin with. I blame the guy in charge. His name is Bo McMichael. You can send any type of tweet, text, or Facebook to him. He will respond very quickly based on my close relationship with him. First down and 10, ball on the 18. Shotgun, back to the left. We got a motion coming across. High snap, able to hand it off. Finding some holes right up the middle, about a 5-yard gain. Going to set up a second down and 5. Right around the 24-yard line. Shotgun back to the left. Twins to the right. Tight end in motion. Quick handoff. Open up holes wide and left. Number 2 for the Longhorns. Burning it up in the middle right now. Great hole blocking by the offensive lineman for Lanier. He's a senior, 5'10", 185 pounds, right? Running back and middle linebacker. We got trips to the right, back to the left. Shotgun formation. Little motion, set up next to the tight end, and away we go. Hey, if it works, let's do it again. It breaks it right up the middle at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, all the way down to the 21-yard line. Almost ready for the orange zone, which I do not have queued up. Once again, notes sent to Bo McMichael. That's how we can handle it. 22-yard line. They are running on a hurry up. Got a little bunch to the left right here. Lanier's trying to add on to that 7-0 lead. Glad to have you with us here on Score 58 Network. Quick screen out to the left to number 11. Gets pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line there. Entered the orange zone. Anything inside the 20s brought to you by the Score 58 Network family.
45, Dylan Parker with a stop for the Raiders. Brings up second down.
Ball's on the 15, second down and about 4. Right up the middle, turning to the 5, all the way in, score, touchdown. You can see that hole opening up right there. Great blocking by the offensive line. I want to find out if North Forsyth and how they're going to respond to that right now is going to be a key. Missed field goal. 13-0 here in the first quarter of action from Lanier High School, home of the Longhorns. A little history about the Longhorns right now. This is what their season have looked so far. They opened up with a victory over South Forsyth, took a loss against Peachtree Ridge, came back and beat Johns Creek, then went on a bye. Won 2 straight. Mountain View, Hamersham Central took the last loss last week against Gainesville, so they're looking to bounce back with a total of 4 games remaining. North Forsyth, after this, they'll just have 3. It's getting down. They got that last week bye. Some people love that. Some people go, hey, it gets us ready for the playoffs. They're going to try to be the 2nd, 3rd seed in the playoffs right now. And right now they have jumped on North Forsyth pretty hard to be that 2nd seed. We're going to see how the Raiders of North Forsyth respond right now. Once again, glad to have you here on the Score 58 Network. I'm Bo McMichael with my family here of Score 58. Glad to have you with us. Robert Reed bringing the film in full effect at Lanier. We got production going on inside the studio with Maya Baird and Joey Russo. Let's get ready for the kickoff. Nice deep kick all the way down to about the 18-yard line. The Raiders take it up, get to the 25, the 30, the 35, 21 breaks it outside to the 40, all the way down to the 43-yard line. Great return by number 21 for the Raiders.
Number 21, Colton Constable on the return. Brought down by number 7.
One could say it was number 21, not number 11, but I'm not going to say anything about that to Miss Maya. She'll get me in trouble. He's a junior. Colton. They call me Bo for a reason. That's because I barely can pronounce anything, so I'm not allowed to pronounce names until Craig shows up. But let's see how the Raiders of North Forsyth respond right now. 1st and 10, balls on the 43-yard line. Number 11 to the outside, trying to find a corner, cuts up, back up to the 50, all the way to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Number 11 got the motor running. He's about to head out on the highway. It's some crazy running up and down right now on both teams. This could be a fun game. Sit back and enjoy here on the Score 58 Network, live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I don't think we call it X anymore. I don't know what we call it. I'll have to get that discussion with Craig when he shows up. Here we go. 1st and 10, balls on the 30. We're going to go to the left. Nice pitch out to number 11. Let's see if we can get to the corner. Oh, a nice stop all the way back to about the 27-yard line. A little fake. About 3-yard gain. We're going to call it a long 2nd and 7. I mean, it is a long 2nd and 7. Glad to have you with us here. We get a chance to breathe here for a second. We'll go over North Forsyth and what led them to this game here tonight as well. A lot of times I don't get the opportunity to call a game, so hey, I'm always happy that happens. A quick pop pass to number 13 for North Forsyth. Great way to hold on to the ball. Just got to keep that helmet on. Now he's got to take a play off, get himself to the sideline. That's Walker Roberts, tight end and defensive back. That's going to be a 1st down and 10 inside the orange zone of Score 58 here on the 17-yard line. North Forsyth has to respond right now. They don't have a choice. This is a must score. I can say that because I'm the announcer, not the coach. But let's get a score in here. Let's get this game a little bit closer and figure out how to stop Lanier on the next offensive series. Outside, looking back into the corner. Number 4 throws it deep into the edge. Great pass. Let's see that on a replay. It's all right, Joey. Don't worry about the clock, big man. You're good. You're fine, man. It's all good. 1st and goal with the Raiders. They did a great response right now. All the way in for the score. They gonna give him the score? Yes. Give him 6. Number 5 for the North Forsyth Raiders. Bringing it back in just a little bit. Looking for the extra point right now. And it's good. And just like that, they close the gap to 6. Great job across the board for North Forsyth Raiders. 7-13 action. Different ball game in play right now. We'll see how Lanier responds to North Forsyth getting that score right now. 7-13. Getting ready for the kickoff. And away we go. Kicking it from the left hash. 6 way out there. Deep kick all the way down to about the 5-yard line. Gets it all the way up about the 22. I'll say the 21-yard line. And that's where the Longhorns will take it. Once again, a quick look at the region. Standings as of right now, Gainesville sitting pretty at 2-0. 6-0 overall. North Forsyth sitting 2-0 and 3-3. We'll go over their record here a little bit in their schedule here in just a minute. Then we got Lanier sitting at 1-1. Habersham sitting at 1-1. Still a lot of football to play. All region action getting ready to go across the board. Here we go. Got doubles to the left. Little motion. Handoff again to number 11. Looks like he's going to be that workhorse tonight for Lanier. My bad, number 2, not number 11. In other actions right now, Druid Hill's up 20-0 over Midtown. Hampton up 10-0 over Mount Zion. Other 2 games that we're streaming live here on Score 58 Network. Feel free to tune in to that. And looking for a screen. There's nothing there. He's got to throw it to the ground. This is a big 3rd down for the Raiders defense right now. Let's see what happens. If there was ever asking for a stop, this would be it. Shotgun back a little bit behind him on the left. I'm going to call a timeout. Offsides. Flag on the play. Offsides on the Raiders. Going to be 3rd down and 2. This first quarter has been a minute, to say the least, with a total of 20 points scored altogether. You get a chance to breathe. I can talk some other football here in Georgia High School, but right now, this is a big down. Great tackle. Stoppage by the Raiders. Loved it. Put it again. Set it up. And put it down here on this replay. Great penetration. Linebacker number 24 really stepped up there right now and said, hey, nope, we're going to make you punt. Give a little kudos to number 24 for the Raiders. Jacob Shirley. I see he says, surely not. You're not going to get that. And don't call me Shirley. Is that that? Don't call me late for dinner, though. I can tell you that. If you saw the size of me, you would understand why I didn't miss dinners. Here we go. 4th down and about 2. Going for the punt. 15-yard snap. A little high. Able to get it away. Good punt. Catches it on the run. Is able to miss one tackle, but they're going to wrap him down here on the 35, and that's where the Raiders are going to start back, looking to take the lead. But, hey, let's get a chance. Let's look at their record. Right now you see they took a loss against Archer to begin with. Forsyth Central, they said, hey, let's get a win. Then they played West Forsyth, which is a tough team and a great rivalry, 14-17. Creekview, 21-24. And then they knocked off 2 straight and went up from a bye, Jackson County and Shiloh. Sets up for a very interesting time period for them. After this game, they get a bye, and then they play in the last 3 games of the season and ready to go. Shotgun formation. Running it right to the outside. A little miss right there. Great run by number 11. Offensive lines, looks like everybody's settled down right now. And this could be the, they're jumping right back on the ball. 2nd down and about 4. Quick handoff again. Enough for the first down right on the 49-yard line, almost getting ready to head into Lanier territory. Move the chains, move the chains, move the chains, they say. They're going to say stepped out on the 48, but they're still going to move the chains. I do enjoy the light up numbers. Based on my inability to read things real well, at least it pops out.
First down, Norfolk side.
Opened up with 2 running plays. Let's see what happens here. Little motion, 3 across. Little rollout. Shoulder straight, deep pass. Probably need another 10 yards inbounds to connect with that. Incomplete pass, going to leave second down and 10 for the Raiders. Glad to have you with us here on the Score 58 Network, where we stream all of North Forsyth's games. Have an opportunity to work for a couple other teams as well. So every Friday night, you're definitely determined to see little Sprayberry Yellow Jackets, little Holy Innocents Golden Bears, little Hebron Christian Lions. This week we got a couple more games. We'll show those here in a minute. Quarterback's going to keep it. And he's going to say, "You shall not pass." Number 94 for the Lanier Longhorns. But Friday's lineups, Holy Innocents taking on Miller Grove. Hebron's taking on Monroe area. North Atlanta taking on Riverwood. Carver's taking on Mundy's Mill. Sprayberry taking on Johns Creek. And Douglas County's taking on Paulding County. We're going to throw all 6 up there and see which one sticks up against the wall. I'll tell you one thing, I'm looking for some games. Very excited about bringing all 6 games to you live here on Score 58. 13-7. 3rd down. Quarterback drops back. Oh, receiver fell down. Defense threw the interception. 37's running wild. Right around the 40, goes down. About the 41-yard line. Big turnover for the Longhorns. Big turnover. I know they were looking for the flag, but Logan Laughlin said, "Nope, no flag here. He's so good, we don't have height and weight on him." He just, hey, he got LBs, but that's all that matters. That's all that matters. He had enough to be able to catch a pass and ready to go. Whitecaps.
First down at the 41-yard line, Norfolk side.
Personal foul on Lanier. That's usually what happens when the defense has to turn around and block. Things go sideways. That's one of the hardest things, the old change of possession. And then a defensive player becomes a blocker, and sometimes we block behind the back. We good old-fashioned blindside blocks. So they'll mock it back about 15 yards, start on the 44-yard line. Once again, glad to have everybody with us here on the Score 58 Network. I'm Bo McMichael with my team here in the studio and live from Sugar Hill, Georgia. I love when they ask, can I handle stressful situations? The answer is no. Here on Score Sports. Always looking for filmers. Always looking for people wanting to be involved in sports across all avenues. Quick handoff right up the middle. They trying to get that thing started back. Ooh, flag on the play. Let's see who it is. Usually it looks like right around the holding. Yes, I saw referee give the old famous line of, "It wasn't me, it was you." No, I don't think so. Whitecap's going to say holding on Lanier. They're going to go back 10 yards. They face mask. Oh, I am so wrong. I could not even be right there. That's face mask on North Forsyth. That's why it's important to have a second person calling the game, so when I don't sound like such a person that's off the mark right there. First down and 10, balls on the 45 of the Raiders. Lanier inside Lanier Raiders territory. Long first quarter, going on about 30 minutes. Looked like we got movement. I thought you told me the snap was on 1. I thought it was on 2. Legal procedure. Go back 5 yards and let's start this again. The famous line of Bo McMichael, we're all sinners. And hey, sometimes you jump when you shouldn't be jumping. An opportunity to play center for about 18 years of my life, college and high school. So I've had many times of an opportunity of messing up the snap count. Quick handoff, taking it to the outside. He's trying to find an open, cuts back in all the way out to the numbers. Number 6 for Lanier. Makes it about a 10-yard gain right around the 40-yard line. Looks like we'll call it the 39, 2nd down and 4. Another quick handoff right over the middle for number 2, enough for the first down, all the way down to about the 28-yard line. They have found something with number 2 on the outside. Shirley with the tackle. Another handoff. They've got to wrap him up. He is churning his legs. All the way down to about the 23-yard line. Looks like where they're going to mark it. Second down and about 4 for the Longhorns. Quick handoff. Bounces it to the outside at the 10. The 5. Give him 6, ladies and gentlemen. He is a hard person to stop. Number 6 for the Longhorns. Peyton Jr. They're going to have to find a way to stop him come the second quarter. It's going to be a long, long day and night for the Raiders. They missed the last extra point. Let's see if they can kind of rebound themselves here. Get themselves back. And they do. Just like that, it's 20-7 here in the first quarter of play. All right, 20-7. Other action playing out there in this crazy world. Notable games. Douglas County versus Paulding County, North Atlanta Riverwood, Carver Atlanta Mundy's Mill, Holy Innocents versus Miller Grove, Hebron Christian versus Monroe Erie, Sprayberry versus Johns Creek. Tell you one thing, I've had an opportunity to see Douglas County a couple times, them in North Atlanta, whew. And then you add Mundy's Mill, who's undefeated, into that mix. You add Holy Innocents. You got a great lineup here on Score 58. We'll be watching some great high school football across the board. Sit back and enjoy. Let's get ready for this kickoff. Thursday's usually devoted to sub-varsity games. I mean, it's JV, 9th grade, some middle schools, and we got some great scores. I'll update that as time goes on, but we get the opportunity sometimes to actually call some varsity games here on Thursday night. We had 3 games tonight, a total of 5 altogether here on Score Sports. Straight up the middle he goes at the 40, the 45, the 50, the 40, the 30. He gets on his back and takes him all the way down to the 30. 14. Number 14 got on his guns and went. Great job, number 14. That's the way to respond to that. All the way on the 30-yard line, ready to go. I tell you one thing, if I'm Lanier, I'm not kicking it to him again. Got about 90 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Just like that, they're going to take a timeout. And, hey, we're going to talk a little bit more about some high school football because that's what the fun part is. other key games here on the Score Sports World. We got Langston Hughes taking on East Paulding, Whitewater taking on Trinity Christian, Walton taking on North Cobb, Westside Macon heading down to West Lawrence, and Stevenson taking on Westminster. Great games here. We have an opportunity to work for about 80 high schools, Score Sports does, so we get an opportunity to really see a lot of great football. One thing that we've really tried to push our buttons on is trying to increase more streaming capabilities for us. And, you know, looking at the opportunity to do that more and more in the month of October, heading into the playoffs, which is a lot of fun, and really kind of just to sit back and enjoy the whole experience of what we get tonight. You know, you get this opportunity of saying, okay, hey, we got, go ahead and throw up that one guy, the scores right now for us, Maya. So we can see that right now. It's 20-0, Druid Hills over Midtown, and 17-0, Hampton taking down the Bulldogs. Tell you one thing, North Forsyth, I'm going to get back into this whole, hey, this is a must-score situation, but it's just the first quarter. Quick dive by number 5, taking it all the way up for about a 6-yard gain. Now we'll call it a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5 for the Raiders. They're going to get right back on the ball. I do appreciate number 58 being the left guard, though. Talk about a well-conditioned team. Ready to go again. Number 5 bounces to the outside. Able to get loose, turning his legs. I like that effort. Third down and 1 here for the Raiders. Another quick handoff. Number 11 takes it all the way down to about the 14-yard line inside the red zone / orange zone. Score 58. Quick handoff, number 11, taking it back in right there. Looks like either somebody got a flag or lost a towel. We'll say it's a towel, and they'll pick it back up, hopefully. 2nd down and about 8. I want to bring in my main man, Levitan. Craig, how you doing, sir?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, buddy. Man, it's just been a nonstop game. We'll have a chance to breathe here in a second. Looks like the end of the quarter finally. I'm just glad you could join us for 3 quarters because goodness
gracious.
Wow, that's
a long first quarter right there, buddy.
Good solid 35 minutes.
Everybody must be throwing it and dropping it.
Running it. Just running it.
Then how did it take so long?
Buddy, they've been running it and running it and running it. That's a couple good passes here and there. Longhorns definitely came out. Opening kickoff, scored. We missed it. Did not get things running properly. Right. But then we turned around and they scored again very quickly. Okay. So they went up 13-0 until the Raiders were able to respond back with a 7. And then suddenly the Longhorns went on a nice little quick drive. And now the Raiders returned it all the way down to the 30.
Okay.
On the kickoff. We're not going to kick it to him anymore if you're a Lanier coach. Ever. We're going to back off of that, but we're going to reverse it around and make it the second quarter right now of play. I have Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman on the call here live from Sugar Hill. Glad to have you with us, buddy. You doing okay tonight?
Yes, sir.
How did the JV game turn out?
We finished our JV season with a victory.
Okay, great. Who'd y'all end up taking down?
We beat Jasper.
Okay. I tell you, Mary Persons played Jackson and JV tonight, 50-0. Mary Persons.
Yep.
Yeah. West Forsyth, or not Woodstock, took a loss against Cherokee. We were talking about a little bit of sub-varsity action, and then North Atlanta took down Therrell, 26-0.
Okay.
Dutchtown beat McDonough, 38-0, all in sub-varsity action. So it's always interesting to see how that plays out. Inside here, the orange zone, number 11 seems to be the back of choice for North Forsyth.
That's Darren Perry, 10th grader. Nice.
He's got some scoots, man.
I got you. 2nd and 8. Little RPO. Going to throw it inside. Call it down to the 4-yard line. Pass complete to number 14, Nate Gravitt, junior wide receiver.
One thing they like doing is getting right back on the ball and going.
They love to play with tempo.
Oh, they have moved themselves down the field with that tempo. Very little huddling, jumping straight on and ready to go.
So 1st and goal from the 4, ball sitting in the middle of the field. North Forsyth, white jerseys, purple pants. Lanier in the white pants, black jerseys, white hats. They're going to get motion right there, a little illegal procedure.
Back and back.
Oh,
5.
no, they're going to call offsides.
Oh, wow. I went through a hold one time and talked about hold, and it was a face mask on the
Well,
defense.
there you go.
Yeah, that was my bad. Is that Robert flying the drone? Man, goodness gracious. We're watching a little bit of the Washington Commanders taking on the Chicago Bearcats. Here we go.
So now after the offsides, it'll be 1st and goal at the 2.
Half the distance,
Yes,
correct?
sir. Tight end set to the left. Sniffer back also behind the left tackle. Snap. Inside zone give. Pulls it out, throws the RPO right there. Pass is broken up on the play. Looked like that was number 16. Joseph Curry on the pass breakup.
Looked like another flag.
And we do have a flag in the end zone. It's probably going to be pass interference or holding.
Pass interference. I was hoping he wasn't going to go to the left.
Yeah, you're going to throw an offensive pass interference?
I was a little concerned about that. Got halftime out of Southwest and Spencer. Right now, Southwest Macon, 16. Spencer, 27.
Okay, then.
And at halftime, Druid Hills, 20. Midtown, 0. And at halftime, Hampton, 20. Mount Zion, 0. If you'd have told me it was 20-0 on both of those, I feel like we need to go to Vegas. Here we go.
2 tight end look. Going to run up underneath here. We have another whistle. The second quarter will last for 7 hours at this rate.
Well, sideline warning.
Oh, my word.
This is the coach coming out in him. Yeah.
Exactly. How can there be a sideline warning when you are on the other side of the field? What official is looking all the way back down from the 1-yard line to check to see where you're standing?
Well, it sounded like that official was, man.
Honestly,
I'm just pointing out what
I agree. It's been 1st and goal for an hour.
No.
And I've only been here for 15 minutes. And we get another penalty flag.
If we had
They're gonna
legal
call
substitution,
Yeah.
12 people in the huddle.
Now I want to see. Yep.
There you go.
Goodness gracious.
They're going to back it back 5 on a legal substitution, or is it 10?
5.
5, okay.
I mean, this right here is not going in anybody's clinic.
1st and goal of action right now, 20-7. Lanier over the Raiders of North Forsyth.
So now it's 1st and goal at the 6. So somehow in all of that, North Forsyth lost 2 yards.
24 in the backfield, Shirley.
So Elijah Saney at quarterback takes the snap, going to give it to 24. He's going to slide up in there. He's going to get in. Nice job. Number 24 right there is Jacob Shirley on the touchdown, 6-yard touchdown run. Brings the score to 20-13. Lanier still on top. PAT pending right here. And a nice answer after falling down 20-7. The big kickoff return that you
It's really going to come back to what they're going to do on this next defensive possession. I mean,
it seems
really,
like Lanier's had their way on offense. So
they stopped them one time.
Okay.
And that felt like that the switch was going to occur, and then they threw a pick.
Yep.
And then that kind of allowed the momentum to head in a different direction.
Kick is up.
And it's good.
That was number 15, Caden Macias, junior kicker for the North Forsyth football team.
To recap you with you, Chris, not Craig. What's your name again, sir?
Just me.
Come on, number 9. Hey, this is the good old-fashioned region standings. Appalachia sitting at 7.
Ooh, boy.
Jackson County sitting at 6. Shiloh at 5. But realistically, it's all sitting at 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. And except for 2-1, Gainesville really kind of sitting out there by themselves at 6-0, and it's really deciding who's 2, 3, and 4 right now.
Now, where is Gainesville ranked in the state? Are they 1?
They're up there because that's all the people want to keep asking me about what they think about Gainesville, and the answer is they're 2-0 and 6-0 in this region.
There you go.
That's what I can tell you on that part.
Now, this is interesting.
They set it up on the left, and that's where they kick it from the left hash. And
they got that outlier where
he comes in.
You could pooch that thing out there.
I know you want to, but no. We saw it on the other one. And
so he's gonna trail in.
Yep. They're going to spread out a little bit all the way to the other hash. It's an interesting kickoff. I love special teams where everybody says, hey, out-fake us across the board.
Makes it hard to count if you're running a blocking scheme that counts from the sideline.
Yep. You got who? I got what? And he's kicking straight down the hash.
And they were offside, so we'll do this again from the 35.
Charge. Just charge.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
That was an excellent. That was perfect.
I do enjoy a good band.
Yeah, that's one of those things about, going to high school games or going to college games. One of the best bands that I ever had a part of, was ever, and I sat in the stands scouting Stars Mill one night down at Carver.
Yep.
And Carver's band played the Sports Center theme for the whole third quarter.
Okay.
And it started off real slow. It was amazing.
Okay.
Sat right next to Coach Clint Burton.
All right. I do enjoy it. Like I said, I can take a good band any day, especially and right now I love when you can hear it in the background. Nothing better than our old ball coach, C.W. Campbell, when he was like, you got to stop the band playing. And then it was the battle of the bands of when one team was up and the other team wasn't. Could you get your band to be a little bit louder?
Yep.
Now they spreading it out a little different.
All right, we're going to pooch this thing over to the right-hand side right here. It might have been offsides again.
I don't think they called it this time.
Wow.
That's a good kicker. I'd like to see it.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
When you can do that, it relieves a lot of stress on your coach because you don't have to worry about that guy running the ball back to the other 30 and setting up a short drive.
I know.
So 1st and 10 here after the North Forsyth touchdown drive. We're going to get 1st and 10 for Lanier. I've always wondered, they spot the ball on the right hash right here. You can request where you want the football.
So did they request it on the right hand?
I'm guessing that they did. But
they got trips to the left.
Well, the formation screams this is something going to the left. So 1st and 10 right here for Lanier. Here's just an inside kind of zone gap thing.
There was ever a time for the Raiders to bow their back right now.
Yep.
This would be it.
Ball is carried by number 2, Tayo Ashadel, senior running back, 5'10", 185. Gain of 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
Because I don't do stats, I can only tell you that he's had 1 touchdown, but I'm pretty sure he's had 2.
Okay.
So far tonight, but I can know that he's had 1.
All right, trips look for Lanier. Tight end sitting back. North Forsyth bluffs the pressure. Backs out. There comes the RPO. Oh.
It was there.
And I don't know why he sat down right there.
You'll see it right here on the replay. I mean, when they brought him, that's what he knew was a hot read. He had to let it go.
Oh, so he's running, it looks like he's running just a straight hitch route. And the quarterback thought he was going to continue it up the seam. And I think if
nobody was on it.
Yeah, if he continues it up the seam, we may be flipping the scoreboard again.
I think we would. Speed-wise alone would say that.
So 3rd and 7 after the incompletion.
Big 3rd and 7 right here, Craig.
Yep. Little wide trips to the left-hand side of the formation. Little insert motion right here. Going to try to throw that. They tried to run a little drive route from the outside and then tried to open up the intermediate route, and it's going to be incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and 7. And so Lanier will have to punt this thing away And North Forsyth has a chance, with a good drive right here, to take the lead. Not much time taken off the clock right there by Lanier on that offensive possession. You know, you had a 3-yard run on first down, incompletion. And here comes Lanier out. Going to run the swinging gate punt.
Love those.
There it is, that little rugby-style punt, and that's a bomb.
Got to pick it up.
Oh, he hit him.
Get on it.
That is an absolute bomb. Let me do some quick math right here. He kicked it for the ball. Line of scrimmage was the 23.
Kicked it from about the 15.
So I'm just going to go from the line of scrimmage. So let's see, that's 52 yards.
Yeah, the abacus in motion right there. That was good.
So a 52-yard punt. No return. North Forsyth comes back. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25. Elijah Seeney back in the gun. Flanked to his left by Perry. H-back motions across. There's the inside give. He spins off a tackle.
And keeps
He's
going.
At the 25 up to the 39-yard line. Gain of 14 and a first down. Just very patient run right here. Nice job with a wham block coming back inside by number 13, Walker Roberts, the senior tight end. And then he just runs through some tackles. Tackle was eventually made by number 37, Logan Laughlin. 1st and 10, ball at the 39 now. There's the snap. Inside handoff to Perry again.
Nothing there.
Well, he's going to get it right at 2, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Ball will be at the 41-yard line. So, you know, little switch up right here. Perry goes out. Number 5, Carson McBrayer comes in. There's the snap. Quarterback counter. Going to run out of bounds at about the, they're going to mark him at the 43. Gain of 2 more. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Big 3rd down and 6 here for the Raiders.
It is.
What do you call? Do you do another run or do you try to pass it?
No, right now we have them set up for any kind of RPO because we've been so run heavy in this set. But to me, this looks like with the trips into the boundary. All right, so now they're bringing it back out. I'm looking, now they're going trips to the field. So there comes the timeout.
And with that, let's go over their schedule real quick. Let's go with Lanier first. Talk to me a little bit about what we see here and what they have remaining. They got 3 games remaining: Appalachia, Jackson County, and Shiloh.
Well, those are all 3 teams at the bottom of that region standing.
So realistically, this game really
is a huge game.
It is.
It's a gigantic game.
It is. And we get it on Thursday night here on Score 58 Network. Any core victories that you feel like they're really good victories early on in the season?
Well, I mean, Peachtree Ridge up until last week, I don't know how they fared last week. We're undefeated.
Okay.
So playing them 44-36 looks like it's a pretty good game. You know, Johns Creek has been down. Mountain View's been pretty good, so that's a pretty good win right there.
It's a victory over Mount. I mean, from a Gainesville perspective, it was 35-0, and granted they're undefeated. We'll go back here.
And Gainesville's been putting up huge points on everybody they play. So, I mean, it ain't like anybody's just stopped them.
And then looking at this, they play Gainesville second to last game of the season on the 27th. Ooh, they're going to bye next week. So, realistically, this is a huge game for both teams to get this opportunity to play here on a Thursday night here on Score 58 Network.
All right, so now you got trips back into the boundary right here. This screams crossing route. Oh, it's tunnel screen.
Got to get up.
They did a great job of defending that. Pass was complete.
Watching the receivers.
Number 0.
Yep. He came straight up, defense back in the background, and wrapped up open field tackle by number 37 for Lanier.
Yeah, and finished off by number 5 right there. That's Gabe Falade. So now the punt team comes out. Macias to do the punting duties.
I'm not going to say what you just said. I mean, I'm 5 years old, but don't say duties. Come on, man. We're in the middle of a broadcast, man. Just messing with you.
Taking over the punting responsibilities.
There we go. I like that.
Punt is away. It'll be fielded at the 20.
Trying to find a way up.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Just protect it now because it's that the return is done. So an 8-yard return taken right there by number 1, Chase Jamison, the senior free safety and wide receiver for the Longhorns. And so after a 34-point outburst through the first quarter and the first drive of the second quarter, we have a stop and then another stop. You get back-to-back 3 and out. So
as everybody settled down.
You know, it could have been one of those things where, you know, you get out there and it gets into a track meet and then, you know, you miss one throw and, you know, everybody kind of goes, all right, they're not operating, you know, on PlayStation level anymore. So, you know, they are human. So 1st and 10, ball is at the 28. Going to take it and throw the drive route. It's dropped. Jamison was the intended receiver. So number 10, Preston Ratliff, senior quarterback. He's a large person, 6'2", 190. Oh, boy, if only.
You got to have that on your basketball squad, too. 6'2",
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Ratliff behind center right here. Takes the snap. There's the inside give. And a nice play inside right there by number 24. That's Shirley on the tackle. And if he doesn't make the tackle right there, that play's got a lot of legs in it right there. Gain of 4 to bring up 3rd down and 6.
Well, definitely stay with us at halftime. We'll have a lot of things to talk about. Mostly we talk college, NFL, and Georgia high school football. Get a little preview for this weekend's action. Get Craig's thought, and we got to go ahead and finish picking our games for the week and figure out what we want to do.
Shallow cross. He's got him.
Wow, pretty pass.
I mean, he just runs over the safety right there.
Gets it all the way to about the 49-yard line for Lanier.
1st down right there. That's a really nice route. And they ran the running back out of the backfield into the flat and wheeled him up the sideline and forced the outside linebacker to take that and then brought the shallow cross up underneath that. Threw it to number 1. That was Jamison again. He makes the catch, turns it up. 1st down on the 3rd down conversion. And now Lanier is right back into a wing left look, and they get him to jump. Okay. All right. Back switches sides right here. There's the give. Turning the corner, makes a cut inside. Give him 8 on the carry to bring up 2nd down and 2. Can you tell what number the running back is there, Bo?
I was paying attention to the squirrels on the field. I wasn't paying attention to the game. Sorry. I was multitasking.
So I'm guessing that's Lorenzo Walters, number 8 on the carry. 2nd down and 1, so they gave him 9 on the carry. This would be a great down to take a shot right here. This is definitely a shot play down, especially in this field position.
Being on the 43.
There's
42.
the snap. They're going to give it. They're going to take their 1st down is what they're going to do.
Turn up that clock a little bit. This is number 6. Number
okay.
6. I'm there for you, man. I'm spotting it out.
I appreciate it. So that's Taquan Payton Jr., a junior running back, 5'10", 200 pounds. Picks up.
No raccoons on the interstate that time. I contact.
Or any coyotes.
No coyotes or raccoons.
So 1st and 10, ball is at the 38 of the Raiders. Longhorns got back-to-back 1st downs right here. Inside give again on the counter play. Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
Number 2.
Ball was carried by number 2, Tayo Ashadeli. Senior at 5'10", 185. I'm going to tell you right now, if you tackle these Lanier running backs, you're going to have a bruise. These guys are compact and strong. 2nd and 5, ball's at the 33. We got ourselves a little shift right here. Into a bunch look out there. Going to throw the inside slant wide open.
Pretty.
Just a nice quick throw, and that guy is a load. Jamison is a big receiver. Jamison catches the ball, takes it down inside the orange zone to the 19-yard line for a 1st and 10. Nice throw, quick release right there by Ratliff, getting the ball out of his hands. And Lanier's on the move again, looking to run the score back up to 2 touchdowns. Tight end left, trips bunch receivers out to the right for Lanier. Back set off to the left of the quarterback. Going to throw the little inside now screen. Nice move out there.
How important is this stop right now for Raiders?
Yeah, you'd like to limit them to a field goal attempt right here. Gain of 2 on the play. Down to, well, they're only going to give him 1. Down to the 18. 2nd down and 1. 2nd down and 9, excuse me, after the 1-yard gain. Jamison in the inside slot up to the left.
You got trips to the left right now?
You got trips to the left. You got one-on-one into the boundary down here. Ratliff takes the snap. He drops.
Ooh.
Throwing the corner route.
In his face.
Touchdown.
Give him 6.
My favorite route right there. Double digs from the outside. Corner route from the inside trips. You're playing inside and that.
Pressure in your face, too.
I mean, he just steps in and throws it. In the NFL, that's a roughing the passer for hands to the face, and that is a dot.
We got a flag
right
on
there.
the play. Let's see what they're going to call.
It's got to be roughing the passer.
Yep. Personal foul.
So now my question is, if you're Lanier right here, you take this right now, put it on the 1.5-yard line, and get your 2-point conversion?
Nope.
To make it a 14-point game?
I'm going to put it on the kickoff. They're going to put it on the kickoff.
And then onside kick.
I'm glad they're not listening to our broadcast, man.
Oh, man. So.
See what happens right now.
Snap, touch, kick is away, and it is good. And they probably could have called a false start on the kicker because he moved before everybody else did.
26-14, now 27-14 here in the 2nd quarter.
Lead back up to 13.
3:30 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Right before halftime. Make sure you stay with us at halftime. We won't go anywhere. We'll bring you some halftime entertainment here from Score 58 Network. Talk about all the games that'll be taking place tomorrow in high school, and talk a little bit of college and a little NFL on Sunday.
Might be some, from what I understand, there could be some really big games tomorrow in the state. Or maybe it's next week. Because somebody had an off week this week. It may have been Buford had an off week, and then they're playing like 1 and 2, play the week after that. And they're in the same region or something like that.
But definitely a nice little matchup here on Score 58 Network. We got 6 games we're streaming, so we're going to have a chance to talk a little bit about those 6 games here at halftime and get Craig's thought about the remaining games brought to you by Score Sports. Getting ready for the kickoff, and just like that, they did take the 15 yards. So you're saying kick an onside kick
I
on
am.
this? Good chance to really work it out, but you know, to me,
I would kick it to my sideline too.
barefooted kicker.
He's just going to kick it through the end zone. 2 ways to look at it. You kick an onside kick,
Buddy,
or you could pooch it really high and see if you can pin them down inside the 10.
Well, the last 2 times they kicked off, they took it the other direction past the 50-yard line.
Okay, then.
So I think he was happy that he was able to kick it into the end zone for a touchback. Ball's on the 20.
He saw that thing. He saw that flag, and when he found out, he was like, "Yeah, we're not even considering it.
Yeah,
We're going to take the return game out of play right here.
That's really what put them in both scoring positions.
So North Forsyth takes over at their own 20. Trips wide receivers out to the right. Shawnee in the gun, takes the snap, going to throw the quick screen out. Got a nice hole right there. Going to take it up for about, oh, ball's out. Whoa.
Let's see what they call here.
They're going to call him down, but it's a 9-yard gain, but I'm not so sure that ball wasn't out.
Second down and about 2.
2nd and 1, ball's at the 29. North Forsyth ups the tempo a little bit right here. Lanier sitting in a 3-4, rocks the safety down tight. Little counter. Going to bounce it up, going to get the first down. Gain of about 5 right there. That's Darren Perry again. Very patient for a sophomore running back right there. Just kind of lets it happen in front of him. And the beautiful thing about being in an offense like this is that every offensive drive can be a 2-minute drive.
And it's going to get close to that 2-minute mark here shortly.
Bunch to the right here. Shawnee takes the snap here in the gun. There it is, going to run the stretch to Perry. He gets away from one in the backfield, cuts it up at the 40, down to the 41. I'm going to give him right at 41-yard line, gain of 7. We'll bring up 2nd and 3. Now, I mean, right back on the ball. Ooh, they're going to get the center right there.
Yep, because he moved that left leg.
Yeah. Yep. As soon as he moved that left leg and pointed, and that's, you know, we'll go from 2nd and 3 to 2nd and 3 to 2nd and 8 now. The offensive coach in me would be yelling, he simulated the snap. You can't simulate the snap. So now tight end set to the left, slot into the boundary for the Raiders. Shawnee in the gun, takes the snap.
They're coming.
Straight drop. Going to try to throw it to the sideline. He kept it away from the defender right there. He kept the ball out of harm's way. Pass intended for number 1, Cole Smith, senior wide receiver. But now you were at 2nd and 3. Now you're at 3rd and 8. And this seems like a pretty important play right here in this grand scheme of things because who got the opening kickoff? Lanier? Empty look right here. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Seems like there might be a little confusion. There's offside, so they're going to get that yardage back. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 3 now, so we're right back where we started. So 3rd and 3 back at the 41. I think somebody on the Lanier defense just got fired. North Forsyth going to stay in that empty look. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. This screams quarterback draw. Now we get a false start again. So it's going to be right back to 3rd and 8. If what happened on the goal line is any indication, we've got 2 more penalties before we can run another play. And right now, the Chicago Bears are destroying the Washington Commanders. So now 3rd and 8 again, ball's back at the 36-yard line. Still an empty. Shawnee takes the snap, short set, escapes to the left, going to scramble. The ball is out, and it's still out. It's going to be recovered right there by Lanier. Ball recovered by number 7, it looks like. Cameron Moore, senior defensive back. And right before halftime, Lanier gets the ball at their own 42-yard line with a chance to make this a 3-possession game going into halftime. And that went from bad to worse right there for North Forsyth in a hurry. So if I'm North Forsyth, I'm definitely looking for something over the top right here in a sudden change environment. Come out with a tight set right here. Here comes motion across. They're going to hand the jet sweep. He's going to be at the 40. Going to get out of bounds around the 38-yard line. Gain of 4. Bring up 2nd down and 6. Ball at the 38 of North Forsyth. And what you got right here, you got this bunch set into the boundary, single receiver up top. Going to throw the little stop route. Turns up, going to be run out of bounds at about the 24, 25-yard line. Number 11 on the reception right there, Choice Bradley, senior. 5'11", 170. I really like what Lanier does on offense. You know, real simple. Ratliff just takes a nice 3-step drop out of the gun. You know, when that third step hits the ground, he's getting the ball out on time. They do a good job of matching routes with, you know, drop steps. So now they got doubles look. You got Jamison in the slot to the left. Ratliff takes it, gets it out of his hands. It's going to be out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Gain of 4 will bring up 2nd down and 6. Pass complete to number 42, Ethan Montenegro, junior tight end, 6'2", 200 pounds. 2nd and 6. And right now, if you're Lanier, you know, you get the fumble. You're not really having much, you know, trouble protecting the passer. You've got everything at your disposal right here. So trips to the field. We're going to get a whistle. I think we're going to get a timeout from North Forsyth. So Raiders take the timeout to talk about it on defense, as Lanier, the Longhorns, sitting right there on the edge of the orange zone, looking to take a 3-score lead. Other games this weekend for Score Sports, you got Langston Hughes versus East Paulding. Whitewater versus Trinity Christian. That ought to be a good football game. Walton versus North Cobb. The scoreboard will erupt. Westside Macon versus West Lawrence. Westside Macon very athletic. I've seen them, have not seen West Lawrence. And Stevenson versus Westminster should be an interesting matchup as well. Some pretty big games right there. Also got Douglas County versus Paulding County. Douglas County making a huge splash on the scene with their defeat of Hughes at Hughes. North Atlanta versus Riverwood. Carver Atlanta versus Mundy's Mill ought to be an interesting football game.
It takes place at Terrace Stadium.
That'll be an interesting Hines Ward Field.
Yep.
Holy Innocents versus Miller Grove. Hebron Christian versus Monroe area is going to be a pretty good football game. And Sprayberry versus Johns Creek. So you got a pretty widespread,
Yeah,
you know.
it's going to be an intense Friday.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 6 from the 20 right here.
They're bringing the
Ratliff
heat.
going to try to throw it. Gets hit as he throws, and very lucky. That ball, he got hit. Ball comes out of his hands and actually hits number 23, Ben Gardner, in the left shoulder. So 3rd and 6 for Ratliff. And the Longhorns right here. I'm betting there's going to be a timeout taken by the Longhorns right here. Now Lanier breaks out into empty. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. here it comes. Ratliff going to throw it to the end zone and overthrows the intended receiver right there. Number 88. That's Kalen Bacon, sophomore wide receiver. So it'll be 4th down.
That's what they wanted to do, at least get a stop.
Yeah, and so they get them to line up to attempt a 37-yard field goal from the right hash. There's the snap. Ball is down. The kick is up, and it is no good. Wide left. So North Forsyth escapes the turnover. And
are they able to put any points on the board at the change of the before halftime, you thought?
Well, the ball's going to go to the 20, so you're going to have to get, 55, 60 yards to get a shot at a field goal right here.
Time-wise, we're definitely under 2 minutes.
I would think so.
North Forsyth will be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
So, I mean, did North Forsyth kick off to start the game?
They did.
So, you're only down 2 scores. You've moved the ball pretty well. You've been your own worst enemy with penalties. If this is me and I feel pretty good about my plan, I'm not trying to do too much. I don't want to really put the football in harm's way down here. Now, if I can hit a screen or something right here, step out of bounds right there, take what they give you.
They're going to run the clock.
Wow, that's rough.
Pass complete to number 14, Nate Gravitt.
He had a chance to step out, so it could be that, hey, we're not, and even Coach Kraft is like, hey, buddy, we just stepped outside and you're going to run the clock. Everybody's trying to figure that part out.
So 2nd down and 4 right here. That was interesting right there. I just saw a tackle swap.
And we're going to get a timeout by North Forsyth.
Interesting.
It must.
I don't understand why he wasn't ruled out of bounds. I mean, yes, he got hit in the field of play, but he ran out of bounds.
Well, we can't rewind it. I
No.
felt like he went upfield and did not. About 10 seconds, 20 seconds. 20 seconds remaining in the first half.
So he ran the clock down. There's 20 seconds, probably trying to make sure he doesn't have to punt.
Just in case, on that part.
Yeah.
Well, once again, glad you're all with us here on the Score 58 Network. Going to bring you the second half. But, hey, stay with us at halftime. Talk a little bit of college, a little NFL, a little overall high school football. Glad to have you with us, give you some updates on some scores across the Georgia high school universe for Thursday football. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman, whole family of Score 58 Network. Got Robert on site, Robert Reed, bringing the camera view straight towards you. Got Joey Russo and Maya Barrett in the studio producing.
Now, this is going to be an interesting call right here. If you run the football right here, and North Forsyth has timeouts, if they have more than one left.
Talking about Lanier.
Yeah, I mean, Lanier, if Lanier has more than one timeout
I think they
left.
have 2 timeouts. They used to. I think they just have 1 timeout.
Okay, well, then that would
negate it. We'll see what happens. They're going to run it.
And it's going to be a first down, so it's not really going to matter. Perry gets it up to the 39. Nice carry.
Carey, on the carry, number 36.
And that's going to be the last.
Yeah, I would think that's going to be pretty close to the last play of the first half right here.
And they're running the clock.
They're running the clock. Nobody's taking a timeout. North Forsyth looks like they're going to let it roll.
No, they're going to try one more play. The answer is no. And just like that, we're going to go to halftime here on the Score 58 Network, where Lanier Longhorns 27, North Forsyth Raiders 14. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman. We'll be right back with our halftime report.
3. Blast off. now enters the field, the Lanier High School Longhorn Marching Band. The director of bands is Mr. Ben Tingle. Associate directors are Ben Shaw and Tricia Bernstein. Staff members are Dietrich Tilley, Tad Brennan, Danny Brooks, and Ryan Arrowwood. The band booster president is Mr. Brad Garden and Missy Stocks. The band captain is Violet Brockman. Drum majors are McKenna Riley and Ariel Leahy. Section captains are Davis Palastra, Arthur Nicholson, Erica Garcia, and Nathan Lewis. Section leaders, Drew Clay, Aurora Diaz, Ryan, Maggie, Noah, and Logan. Color guard captains are Cynthia Molar, Chloe Pope, and Tatiana Estrada. The 2023 show is entitled Why So Serious? It features music by Smile by Jimmy Durant, Mad World by Ronald Osbani, and Bad Romance by Lady Gaga. The Lanier High School Band would like to thank our sponsors, Publix, Home Depot, Sports Connection, Jeremiah's Ice, Sugar Hill Subs. Special thanks to the Lanier band parents. You are the best. Drum majors is the Lanier band ready. You may now take the field. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lanier High School Marching Longhorns.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for some wonderful second half of action. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman. Craig, how you doing, buddy?
Great, man.
Hey, man, great first half of football across the board here. But we've got a little bit of moment here before things get started. Love to talk a little bit about some college football heading our way. All right. Talk to me a little bit about these matchups here. And I know we don't have Georgia Tech up there against Miami. We also don't have the Alabama
Texas A&M.
Texas A&M game. But out of those five that you see up there on the screen, which one are you the most excited about watching?
I will be on the grill at noon on Saturday, but I will have the Texas-Oklahoma, the Red River Shootout will be on at my house. I got a personal connection to that game, and I'll be rooting for the Longhorns.
Okay.
And I think Georgia-Kentucky is a sneaky good game. I think Georgia better be very alert. After what I watched Kentucky do to Florida last week. Notre Dame and Louisville could also be a pretty good football game. Notre Dame had a rough one last week at Duke, figured out a way to win it late, which is what good teams do. But they're coming off back-to-back nail biters, so, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, how much is too much. And then Syracuse and North Carolina, we'll learn a little bit about Syracuse. And I think at noon we'll learn a little bit about Missouri.
I think we will, too, on that part. I definitely like to see if Texas A&M can do something against Alabama. And also Georgia Tech, how are they going to respond against the loss to Bowling Green, and how are they going to respond against Miami? Well, you go to the concept of thinking that they're going to give them a good game just because it's a different thought process, a highs and lows.
I can remember, you know, a couple of years ago where Miami was really highly ranked, and Georgia Tech had to go down there and play in the old Orange Bowl for a 7:30 or 8 o'clock kickoff, and the line was like 27 points, and Tech ended up winning that game 14-10. So I don't ever count them out, but I don't trust them either.
Got that Week 5 NFL game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got an early game, 9:30 in the morning. Jacksonville Jaguars and Buffalo Bills over in London.
And I like the Bills in that game. But the only thing that scares me is that they played the Dolphins last week, and now they got to travel.
So Jacksonville stayed put.
They did?
They did back-to-back games in Jacksonville for the very first time. So it should be a lot of fun here for football across the board. And we had a chance to mention a little bit of the games here on Score 58 Network tomorrow. So tune in and enjoy. Watch yourselves. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun when we got 5 really 4 to 5 solid weeks of high school football left.
I saw something the other day that there was 49 consecutive days with a football game, either an NFL or a college game on TV, starting like on Wednesday.
Okay.
49 consecutive days.
And, you know, when you look at it on the point of Mondays, you have NFL, and let alone we're getting Major League Baseball kicking up for the Braves on Saturday.
My favorite time of the year, man.
Man, you hope it lasts a little bit longer than what it needs to last.
But being an 80s Braves fan, and 91 was like the most magical thing ever, and it ended in the most gut-wrenching way possible. But I never, ever, look past October baseball. It's a blessing when you get to be a fan of your team playing in it, because 162 games is a long time for something to go wrong.
Oh, it is. And when everything works out, I mean, it's amazing when somebody says they're still playing. And then we've got preseason basketball starting up with the NBA. From a sports fanatic-wise, if you really enjoy sports across the board, even though I watch Formula One on Sunday mornings about 5 o'clock in the morning, it's absolutely bananas right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for the second half of action here at Lanier. Man, I'm tired.
I hear you.
At the Sugar Hill, Georgia, and with Lanier Longhorns, 27 to 14.
I'm going to ask you, have you ever been to that school?
No, I haven't. I think I have, but
it is. If you have never been inside Lanier High School, you know, I got to go there for a gymnastics competition one time, and being inside that place, their lunchroom, I can't even describe what it was to you.
Talk to me a little bit about the keys to the game going into the second half. You had a chance to watch one full quarter of this game when you came in the second quarter. What are the North Forsyth Raiders need to do to get themselves back into the game?
Number one, they need to eliminate the penalties and the turnovers. Number two, they're going to have to get Lanier off the field, which comes with stopping the run. Too many yards in the run game. And, you know, for the most part, you know, you've had some big special teams plays if you're North Forsyth. You just want to make sure right now that, you know, you get your stop and you pick your choice, your chance. Maybe you can get a hand on a punt or something like that. But yeah, you got to get stops. You got to take care of the football. You know, you got to make sure that all the work you did, you know, in that, you know, those summer months coming in, that you know, you just go push through these last two quarters. And you know, if I'm North Forsyth, one of the things that I do is I up the tempo a little bit. You're down.
They really did that in the first quarter. It was so back and forth. It was a very interesting, even though it was 20-7 at the end of the quarter. And then realistically, it came to a 7-7 second quarter matchup. Everybody slowed down. And right now, the Longhorns will be kicking off to North Forsyth. Is this a must at least hold the ball, do something with it, get some drives together right now?
I think what you want to do right here is, if the worst case scenario is, you want to flip the field. You know, you would like to flip the field right here at the worst case. You know, the best case scenario is you take it right down here and look dominant, score a touchdown, set the tone for the second half. There's the kickoff, and it is away. And it's going to be taken down here, and they're going to split it, get up to the 35. Ball returned by number 14 right there for North Forsyth, Nate Gravitt. And I've noticed something a little bit here, and
14,
you know, being in the kind of the way my season ended last year, I've gotten a really keen eye for this. At the end of a lot of plays there at the end of the second quarter and that first kickoff, there's been some extracurriculars going on.
We're going to see how long that kind of goes with these refs to see where they want to, how much they want to hold to this part. First down and 10 for the Raiders.
So Shawnee in the gun, flanked to his left by Perry. Got motion across. Going to throw the quick screen out here. Going to split it up the sideline. Going to gain about 10. Pass complete to number 3, Jonathan Lynn. Nice job. Just a really easy throw and catch. That should be enough for a first down. And it will be. So first and 10, ball's at the 45.
At the 45-yard line.
North Forsyth with 2 to the top of the screen. Perry flanks to the right of Shawnee. There's the snap. It's going to be the inside give, and he's just up inside for 10 more and another first down.
Number 11, Darren Perry.
And it looks like the, whoa, what a terrible spot. That's an awful spot.
Second down.
Second down and about 1.
Second and 1, but that's an awful spot. Man. Trips into the boundary right now. Single coverage up here, and you're going to get a toss to Perry on the edge. He's going to pass. They're not going to call it. He's going to be, tackled at the line of scrimmage right there. Nice job of not getting outflanked by the Longhorn defense right there, and it brings up 3rd and 1. And I'll stand by my assertion that if you're going to run that play, you might as well go ahead and take a shot. And there's Perry on the inside run, cuts it back. He'll gain 4 and he'll get a first down.
Perry on the carry.
Tackle looks like it was made right there by number 53, Sherrod Wallace, the junior defensive end. And it brings up 1st and 10 at the 43 of Lanier. So exactly what you wanted right here if you're North Forsyth.
Putting first downs after first downs together.
First down,
I
touchdown.
would say the first 4 minutes of the second half really sets the tone for the remaining part of the game.
Shawnee takes the snap, going to step back, going to take a shot right here. Got the height advantage. Oh, hit him right in the hands. Pass was intended for number 0, Brady Holbrook. And that was a heck of a throw right there. That was right on the money. Holbrook will want that one back. So 2nd and 10, ball's at the 43. But the way they move the ball right now in this half, they feel like they can take a shot and still pick up the necessary yardage for a first down on the next 3 snaps. Shawnee takes the snap, inside give. He's still running. He's going to gain about 2. Ball was carried by number 5, Carson McBrayer. So 3rd and 8 again. Ball's at the 41. Perry back in the backfield. He's going to flare to the left, and they're going to try to throw a flare screen. He gets to the edge. 40, out of bounds at the 35. Let's see if there's a penalty marker on the play.
Yep.
I'll get an illegal blindside block out here.
By number 16, Joseph Curry. Flag on the play.
It's either going to be that or a block in the back. Of course, I could be wrong all around.
On the offense.
So you'll get the holding penalty right here. It will be marked off from the spot of the foul.
And leaves 3rd down and roughly about, once he marks it off,
3rd down and 15. 3rd down and 16. So 3rd and 16 right here. So North Forsyth taking the shot on 1st down and then getting held to 2 yards. They had the first down on the flare screen right there. But once again, this screams crossing route to the field with the trips into the boundary right here. Perry moves to Shawnee's left. They're going to throw the quick screen out here again. They had success with this to open the drive. And he'll be run out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 12, so it looks like they'll try to punt and pin him right here.
Well, your whole job when you said to begin with from a key perspective was to flip the field.
Yeah, I said the least, but if you're going to go for this.
Yep, look at you. because I mean, realistically, it's a must-win for the Raiders.
Yes, and I understand the screen call because they were trying to set it up for a down and a distance so they could get about half of it back. It didn't happen. So now they're in doubles. They're going to take the snap. Little switch release.
Got to run it.
Nope. It's over and done with. And he ran out of bounds on 4th down, so it'll turn over. And that'll be Lanier's ball.
Do you want to make it as a punt in this situation where it's, you know,
I would have thrown it as deep as I could have thrown it.
And just left it at that point, and whether they knocked it down or caught it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give somebody a chance.
Get that opportunity, and let's see what happens. Right now it's 1st down and 10. Ball's on the 42 for Lanier. Lanier up 27-14 in the 3rd quarter. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman. Glad to bring you here on the Score 58 Network, bringing you Raider football here on a Thursday night.
So now you got Ratliff in the gun. And a motion out of the backfield to a doubles look. There's the inside give. And gain of right at 4 yards right there. Number 2, that's Teo Ashadali. Should bring up 2nd down and right at 6.
Jumping right back on the ball.
Okay, 2nd and 5 because they gave him 5 on that. And right now, if you're Lanier, take the whole 40-second clock. Motion across, getting them to widen out and try to stretch it, and nothing.
Good job from the defense, number 24, Shirley.
And that was Ashadali again, but that time North Forsyth just fires on the stretch play, and they lose 2, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. And you know, the way that they have been able to throw the football, and he's going to sprint right here, and he's going to throw this sit route. Oh, nice move on the sideline right there. Great job by number 3, Jackson Lewis. You know, I mean, you're just looking at Ratliff. I mean, he's going to throw this, you know, just sit route right here. And then, whoo, Lewis with, you know, he cut on a dime and left him 9 cents change right there. There's laundry on the field. And they pick up a 1st down, and the drive continues. So, 1st and 10. Ball is at the North Forsyth 43-yard line. Tight end set to the right, slot to the field, over motion. Oh, this is a double pass. And they played it perfect. Oh, nice job right there by number 21, Colton Constable. He was patrolling the deep 3rd on that side of the field and didn't get fooled by the backwards pass. And Jamison trying to go deep. Constable did a good job of staying over the top of it. So 2nd down and 10, ball's at the 43. I love the call, though. Pick up a big 3rd down, got a 2-score lead. Throw some trickeration at him. Now trips to the field right here. Ratliff going to throw the RPO, and it's going to be low.
Surprised we're not going to get anybody on his back right there. Number 6 looked like he was tagging a little bit, pulling that jersey.
I think if the throw would have been a little bit better, it would have been easier to see. Ratliff,
it was a low throw.
Ratliff looked like he tried to rush that and kind of pushed it out there to him. So it's 3rd and 10 right now, and now the 2 incompletions have done what North Forsyth wanted. They've gotten, you know, the clock stopped, and they've given up no yardage. Ratliff takes a snap, drops. Here comes shallow cross. They're going to throw the angle route in behind it. Woo! Nice job right there by Shirley on the coverage, but I like that concept. Really nice addition, trying to basically follow the shallow route. And we have got a broken diamond look
on 4th down.
Yep.
They're going to call timeout.
And this is designed to do exactly that.
Let them burn a timeout.
Yep.
Timeout, North Forsyth.
And once again, going back into North Forsyth's record and schedule remaining, they're going to be on a bye this next week. Then they're finishing out their final 3 games, 2 at home, 1 at away, Habersham Central and Appalachia. So say they take the loss here, let's just go ahead and be futuristic Nostradamus people that we are. Right now they're sitting with 1 loss or 0 losses in the region. They're going to take their first L possibly tonight, go 2-1. Habersham win or lose.
I would think that they would win that game.
It's going to be a must because that's 3-1. Gainesville is 3-2.
Yes.
And then Appalachia 4-2. So they're going to end 4-2. So if we jump back in here and just kind of say, hey, 4-2 wise, where's that going to leave you? You think it's going to leave you number 2 or number 3?
I'm thinking that they're probably going to end up with 3 seed.
Right there of what we're looking at, what Lanier has left. And Lanier has Appalachia, Jackson County, and Shiloh. They're 1-1.
So, you know, the winner of this game is playing, in my opinion, for a home playoff game.
Agreed. And everything changes next year, so you might as well enjoy it now because we are definitely in for some interesting region changes. Deep punt.
Maybe that rugby-style punt. It's going to land. Oh, they're going to get this at the 2.
Oh, great. When you get a punter, it's just nice.
And that is well coached because the returner did exactly what he was supposed to do.
And when the ball passed the 10-yard line, you got to let it go.
He let it go, and so many times you see gunners on a punt team run and stand in front of that guy, and the ball hits there and rolls into the end zone. But they had one gunner run and get in front of the returner, and the other gunner ran behind and did exactly what he was supposed to do. And, you know, it's well coached.
North Forsyth to get back in the ball game, they need to go 98 yards and get a touchdown here.
So
27-14 here in the 3rd quarter.
It's always is a terrifying play because you figure the defense wants to bring pressure to get the safety, and somebody's going to gamble, and you might can hit them quick and be off to the races. That was a nice job right there. They get 4 on first down on the carry. Nice inside run. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Ball is at the 6. Same formation. Shawnee's still in the gun. Comes motion across. There's inside give. McBrayer breaks it up over the 15-yard line to the 16, out to about the 18-yard line.
Starting on the 2-yard line, they went ahead and got themselves out of any type of with the.
Yeah, that was just, they just ran it right at him
twice.
I mean, that was kind of the way the last drive started too. That was McBrayer on the carry. Gained 12 right there on that play. The last 4 or 5 were courtesy of everybody just shoving him forward. Same formation. Same play. And he splits the middle of the field. He's up to the 26, gain of 8, bring up 2nd down and 2. And right now, North Forsyth has kind of found something with this tackle over set. With the power back sitting over there. And all they've been doing is running power. Same play again. McBrayer again. McBrayer for the first down up to the 42. And I'm just telling you right now, that's the ball's at the 37, so that's 35 yards in 4 plays. That's a pretty impressive job right there. So we have the obligatory get out of the chains way.
At the 32-yard line.
actually the 36, right?
37.
37-yard line.
And they're just going to stay in this formation and wait and see what adjustment Lanier makes. They moved that time. I mean, it is every time they get something going.
Go ahead and
they shoot themselves in the foot. I mean, you just went, like I said, 35 yards in 4 plays. Then you get the procedure penalty. The clock starts back up. But the way they've been running the ball, it doesn't really matter. They can just run it again.
And they're going
to throw the, got a wheel going up the sideline.
Wide open.
He is there. And it's a,
nice tackle.
Number 14 right there, Nate Gravitt with a huge catch. All the way down to the 27-yard line.
You almost wonder what broke down right there for Lanier.
Well, they ran a follow route
on the backside.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
And nobody followed him?
Nope.
Is that what you're telling me?
Well, they had a guy clearing out, and they had a guy follow, and it looks like they just dropped it. Now they're going to come back and give it to Perry inside, and he gets 4 more. And this is probably the most impressive drive.
We're definitely coming after the first drive of the second half, where they were able to put some first downs together, but then to turn around and stop them on defense and get the ball back.
They pulled the tackle that time, and it didn't work out the way they wanted it to. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 right here after the gain of 1.
Number 51, Sherrod Wallace on the stop. 3rd down.
So you went from the 32 to the 27. All right. I mean, that's just a huge play. Here comes motion across.
Hand it off again right up the middle.
And he's going to be short. And they're going for this. 4th and 2. McBrayer gets downhill in a hurry.
And I'm going to be in the mindset I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm not going to try to roll out, throw a pass. I'm thinking, let's run. Let's do what we need to do right now to get the first down to go into the next.
And they already suckered you one time this half with making you call your first time out because of the wild formation. So this play right here is a must. You've got to get this first down.
He moved. They're all looking why.
And it is the same play.
Yep. And I don't think
he didn't get it. He gained a yard, needed 2. And Lanier holds. That right there will drive you crazy. You just drove the ball 90 yards and got nothing out of it.
You did flip the field, and you knew a field goal is not going to do you any good right now.
Exactly.
It's just not. A touchdown is needed. You're down 14, you're down 13 points.
But you went from the 2 to the 8 and got nothing, man.
Well, glass is definitely half full, not half empty. I believe that they learned a lot offensively, and I feel like that they can actually pull something away here, and if they can do something.
It's still the 3rd quarter.
It
so
is.
And
they've been able to drive very quickly down. So I like to see what they can do here defensively and see what happens.
There's the counter handoff.
Got to tackle him.
Got to the edge though, and he's going to get right at 9. That's Ashadali again, and they're going to give him 8, so it'll be 2nd down and 2.
Dylan Parker for the Raiders, 2nd down.
I mean, but right now if you're North Forsyth, this is time you got to try to heat somebody up and get a ball out right here. That was false start, so it'll go back to 2nd down and 7 right here. The H-backs rocked into a stance.
False start on the offense, 5-yard penalty.
mean, and that's, I mean, you hate to keep harping on it, but pre-snap penalties are just drive destroyers. So now you got North Forsyth has been given a second life right here in this open in 3 downs. They're in man coverage right here. So here comes the blitz. There's the screen. Great call.
Great
defense
by Shirley, number 24.
Shirley had the back man-to-man, and he played his responsibility perfectly.
Accidentally on the reception, number 24, Jacob Shirley.
Shirley makes a great play. No gain on that completion right there from Ratliff to Asha Dale.
3rd down.
Big 3rd down for the Raiders.
Now, if you send it to everybody last play, you know, it's kind of like in baseball. You see the thing where they say they won't pitch out twice. They probably won't throw a screen twice is what you're thinking. So heat them up again, and I would sprint. There you go. Gonna throw that stop route on the sideline, and he catches it. And he's going to be marked at the 18-yard line, which is going to be right at the first down stick, so it should be a first down.
You talk about running to the sticks right there. Craig, you couldn't ask for a better route.
Marked him short, I think.
You know, say 4th and 1.
4th and less than 1.
No, they gave him the first.
So they do give him the first down. If I'm North Forsyth, I'm definitely asking for a measurement. Now they're going to roll the clock, and that's a first down. What a great execution right there.
It was. I mean, you talk about from a throw to a route running. When you talk about running to the sticks, that's
they're just
running.
You know, they're just running a stick route right there. And his job is to get 2 yards in front of it and work his way back to the quarterback. Now, motion across right here. Ratliff give on the inside, and they just opened up a huge hole right there. And that's 10 more. He fumbled the football. Did he fumble the football? Waiting on a call by the officials, and he did fumble the football, and it was recovered by North Forsyth, and the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 at the Lanier 28. And after a beautiful execution and a 10-yard run, North Forsyth gets the turnover they desperately need, and now they're right back in business at the Lanier 28-yard line. Just a huge play right there. Didn't see who got the fumble. But I would look for this drive to look strikingly like the last drive. North Forsyth comes out. They got 6 offensive linemen in the game. Motion across right here. And this is going to be a sprint. Going to take the shot and throw it away. Well covered. Trying to go to number 3, Jonathan Lynn. Lanier plays it well on the sudden change. And that's the last play of the 4th quarter. So we go to the 4th here at Lanier High School. Your score, Lanier Longhorns 27, North Forsyth Raiders 14. Stay with us. Have an exciting conclusion to this Thursday night football game here on the Score 58 Network. And, you know, this is the second time this half that we've seen North Forsyth take a shot on 1st down and come up empty.
One thing I did like about it was a very fast 3rd quarter.
It's a lot of running plays, baby.
I know Maya gave us a thumbs up, you know. We sent a bag of donuts already home, and we left Barrett here with us. Robert's still on site.
I just want to know, did bag of donuts buy the box of donuts?
No. That was mine. And those were some rough donuts, and but they hit the spot.
Rough donuts. How are donuts rough?
Well,
please elaborate to the man who can no longer eat donuts.
I know they're Sugarfoot. You'll be fine, buddy. You're all right. So, all right, here we go. 27-14. This could be a very interesting 4th quarter.
And if you're Lanier, you had everything you wanted. You get the big first down. You got a chance to end the 3rd quarter with the football on a drive, eat up some of the 4th quarter running the football. And then you get the fumble after a 10-yard run that was going to be a first down. Get the fumble going down, and now, you know, you're kind of looking at this thing from a time and score, you know, scenario. How many more possessions are you going to get the ball if you're North Forsyth? So you're going to have to figure this thing out. Second down and 10 right here. Lynn across in motion. Shawnee takes a snap. There's the inside handoff. And getting up for about 4 yards right there is Perry.
Darren Perry brought down by number 7, Cameron Moore.
So it'll bring up third down and 6 right here. And what is definitely 4-down territory again, because a field goal doesn't really help you. You've got to get this thing right here, you know, into the end zone, get a stop, and get to work again. And if you're North Forsyth, you feel pretty good about it if you can score right here. There's the give to Perry. He slowly picks his way in. That's going to be close. It's going to be 4th and short.
Darren Perry, number 11, with a carry for
4th and 1. We've been here before.
And you don't ever want to play futuristic games, but if you'd have kicked the field goal to begin with, now.
Yeah, but you don't know if you'd get
I
that
know.
turnover.
I hear you. That's why you can't play that game. But you're going to go for it again. You're going to run the exact same play. You got your points. Let's go and get your yardage to begin
I'm
with.
thinking they're going to huddle. Then they're going to break the huddle, get up to the ball quick, and try to run the quarterback sneak.
Try to jump.
Got 4 solid right here to the right. And there's the quarterback sneak. And it's going to be close. I mean, close. I'm not so sure he got it.
I don't think you got it.
Let's see where they spot this thing at.
Yeah, if it's on the inside or on the other side of the hash, I'm going to say you got it. We get to see a measurement. Bring out the chains.
I mean, with the ball not being on the tick over there, it's hard to tell exactly where it's at.
It is.
But I think this is going to be a chain link short. Goodness gracious, guys, it's a chain.
Yeah, got to get that marker on there. Let's go to the other one.
Third quarter went faster than this. I'm going to call it right now. It's short.
It's definitely short, based on even looking at where they're at. Oh. Almost the length of a football.
Yep. So you've been stopped at the 8 and stopped just outside the 18.
It's a lot to learn from that as a team.
Yep.
You know, to come away from that and say, okay, what did we learn playing realistically a really good team within your region?
Yeah.
So.
It didn't look like they got much push up front. Lanier did a good job of pinching the gap right there. The center didn't get off the ball really well. So 1st and 10 now. At the ball is just outside of the 18-yard line of Lanier. Ratliff's going to give, and here came the blitz, and he's going to be in the backfield. And that's our man again, Jacob Shirley on the tackle.
DJ Payton on the carry, brought down by 24, Jacob Shirley.
Payton Jr. on the carry, loss of 2 will bring up 2nd down and 12. And you know, if you're Lanier right here, you want to run as much time as you can off this clock. You pick up a couple of first downs, it really puts North Forsyth in a pickle.
It does. I've only been in a pickle twice in my life. I mean, it's more kosher than anything.
There you go. But they are just may have now decided they're going to bring more people than you can block.
Speaking of pickles, do you like dill or kosher? What do you have a favorite pickle?
As long as it's not
Sweet Jerkins?
sweet.
You don't like that?
Not really.
Not at all. I love anything to make you get your little face right there. So I don't do well with hot pickles. I don't like hot and spicy.
I like hot pickles.
You like hot pickles? Okay.
I like my favorite pickles are those Publix, the deli pickles.
We're just looking for sponsorship here on Score 58 Network, you know. Anytime we get the producer smiling and laughing, and she's like, yep, let's go for it. 3rd down and about 15 or 3rd and 12?
3rd and 13.
3rd and 13 it is.
They're in man coverage. Screen.
Oh, get it.
Oh!
Shirley, who 23?
Oh.
23. It's not Shirley.
23 is Ben Gardner, and Ben Gardner, if he could have found the football,
It would have just been.
it might have been a touchdown.
It would have been a touchdown. Oh, my goodness, Ben. He was excited. He knocked it down, and then he just popped it up in the air. 4th down. They're going to kick it away.
Yeah, and they're going to get the rugby punt. So if you're North Forsyth, I would load my defense up to the offensive right-hand side.
No, I'd set up a punt return.
What I'm saying is that they're going to roll to the right here.
Yep.
So I would set my defense up over there. And I would try to force those guys to the sideline and then return it the opposite way.
Creating that wall.
Yeah.
It's called the punt team. You're going to have to call a timeout.
And now Lanier has to waste a timeout to get the right punt.
Well, and I think it's important to make sure you have the right personnel, especially when you're down there near your score. I mean, you're already up 14-27. You escaped a turnover, very much so on that end.
If I'm North Forsyth right here, I'm taking this whole time. I'm bringing my guys over, and I'm telling them right now, these guys cannot get off the line of scrimmage.
Love to reiterate, tomorrow, tune in here on Score 58 Network. We've got 6 great games.
Wall-to-wall football, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man. We'll see how well my insides can handle it all.
And that ball will be
Get up
fielded
the
at
field.
the 48, and he'll take it back to about the 41-yard line, and that's where North Forsyth will scrimmage from. 1st and 10 at the Lanier 41-yard line, and although they have not scored, one of the things we talked about was flipping the field. And they flipped it on that first drive, and then they didn't punt.
The rough part about it is they have really owned this this half.
They've dominated this
They've
half.
come out, made the changes. They just have not been able, and I say that they've owned it, but the bend don't break policy of Lanier is in full effect tonight.
Absolutely. So now we've gone back to the more traditional. They've got the receivers in the game now. Shawnee steps up, got him right there.
He's on the move, number
30,
1.
25, going to run out of bounds at the 20-yard line. That's Cole Smith, and he takes North Forsyth into the red zone, but we obviously have a flag down.
You're going to say, I'm not even going to guess at this point. They're going back.
I want to know what the penalty is. The clock's still running, so you got to stop that joker.
Penalty marker on the play, holding on the offense.
That definitely makes a coach just take a deep breath and let's run it back. Do it again.
So to bring up 1st and 20. It's amazing how I've called, 3 games with you this year, Bo?
Yep.
From high school.
We definitely had.
We've seen a number of holding penalties, and yet I have never seen one in a game.
Well,
I'll take that back. We had 2 last week.
One of those ones, you keep those hands and arms in the framework of the body and let's get to work.
Shawnee takes the snap, makes the fake to Perry, going to go up top.
Got to go, 14. Good
20,
throw and catch.
15, 10.
All the way
down
to the 5-yard line.
Pass complete to number 14, Nate Gravitt.
Gravitt with the catch.
Number 12, Titus McNeil.
All the way down to about the 4-yard line.
I think they're going to mark him at the Let's see, yeah, they're going to give him to the 4. Gravis got to be careful spinning that football.
I know
like
that my coach instinct in me was like, that's a really good spin of the ball. I'm impressed with that, but I'm thinking to myself, please don't do that. Let's not go back 15 on a penalty.
Now we go back to that power look. 6 offensive linemen in the game.
We got to get a score right now.
Motion across. They're going to sprint, throw the option route on the
right there.
Oh, he's wide open. That was definitely a pick. Number 3 right there, Jonathan Lynn, with the not so subtle, just run down and get in front of that guy.
Great play call, great
Absolutely.
execution on the last 3 plays.
Absolutely.
In all honesty, whether you want to call that a hold or not, they've responded back tenfold here at Lanier High School in Sugar Hill, Georgia.
So now that touchdown that they scored when they had the personal foul and they decided to take it on the kickoff and not go for 2 looms pretty big right here, because you lose the football game if they score a touchdown.
I know, and you're the 2-pointer. I understand that. Right now, 27-21. Yeah, I'm never a person that likes to chase points. If you miss,
I can tell you where I don't chase points either. But we scored a touchdown one time at Stars Mill.
History. Come on, history, man.
We
Let's
scored
go.
a touchdown in 2002 at Stars Mill with about 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Buddy, I was there. I was filming.
And it was 33-14.
Yes. What was the final score?
And we kicked the extra point, and it was my call to kick it because I said, don't chase points. And the final score of that game was 35-34.
Ooh, it was an interesting game. Clayton County Showtime in full effect back then, man. It's 2002. I was there calling that game. That was 21 years ago.
There was almost a fight on the way to the bus.
Yep.
Not with anybody from Stars Mill. Parents.
Yeah, they weren't happy.
Not at all. So we got ourselves a football game here in the 4th quarter.
27-21 compared to the 2 other games that we streamed. This is what we call a blockbuster. This is like Meg 3, the game.
The old barn burner that we have right now.
And those are our 2 final scores of the night, 27-0. Druid Hills over Midtown, 41-0. Hampton over Mount Zion.
Offsides.
No one called it.
Into the end zone. So
go ahead and write that kicker's name down. Let's see where he goes, because he's definitely going to go somewhere in the next level. I hope he decides to kick, because goodness gracious, I like what he does.
Yep. That kicker's name is Caden Macias.
Here we go, 1st and 10, possession arrow.
It is at the 20. Ball will be set up right in between the hash marks in the middle of the field.
Do you feel any pressure
Yep,
if you're
you
Lanier?
do. I'm just going to tell you.
Is it getting tense? Is it getting a little tight? You getting a little nervous?
I'm going to tell you that
Frightened, scared?
as a play caller, your biggest, you're fighting right here to not be too conservative. But when you get holes to run through like that, when you get 9 on 1st down, you feel pretty good about it.
You're going to give him a 1st down.
Wow. So one side of the field spots the ball a yard short, and the other side of the field spots it a yard longer.
I'll tell you one thing.
So gain of 10 right there for Ashadale. And, you know, if you're North Forsyth right here, this has got to be the time where you say, okay, they're packing everything in. I've got to bring it. There's the snap, and again, just sprint out to the edge, and 11 more for Ashadale, and another 1st down.
And their response to this touchdown, 27-21, is to run 2 plays to the left-hand side and really fold down everybody and run. I mean, it's feels like just setting up a wall and saying, hey, we're going to run, and our guy and your cat, my cat, are going to beat you to the corner.
And what they're doing is, because they've got that tight bunch over here, you know, you're getting an inside give look, so everybody's, you know, shrinking down inside, but you've got it matched up, and it's the same play again. He's just going to step up inside. And that's 13 more and another first down. And that's number 6 right there. I think that's Peyton Jr. on the carry right there.
This offensive line has really stepped up when needed the most for Lanier.
And maybe Ashadale still in the game. So, first and 10, ball is now at the 47-yard line. And here comes the same play. And they're just attacking. It is straight down here. There's nothing fancy.
It's time to bow your back if you're the Raiders and get a stop
That
right
is
now.
Peyton Jr. again on the carries. Gain of 6 right there. 2nd and 4.
As we're coming into under 5 minutes here in Sugar Hill, want to thank everybody for tuning in here this evening. Had a lot of fun calling the game with you, Craig. We won't get much of an opportunity on Thursdays to call a game, and was able to do that. You're on a bye next week, so I'll be seeing you probably Thursday and Friday. And bring a little bit more football action across the stratosphere here in Score 58.
Now that was false start because the right guard moved, but they didn't call it. So I think we're going to have 3rd and short right here, 3rd and 1. Well, they're stopping the clock. First down. Gained the first down. As they would say, he reached the line to gain. And this has been an impressive drive. They have run the ball just about strictly to the left.
Yep.
And now we flip the formation to the right.
It is a monster to the right. Talk about an unbalance.
If you're North Forsyth, do you call timeout
I
right
do.
here and go to goal line defense? Sitting in this 3-4 look right here, and they're just wedge blocking it. And I mean, got to him right there, but it's still a gain of 3 or 4.
Number 2, Ashadale on the carry.
I mean, they're just eating up the clock.
And that's what their plan is.
And they gain 4, and it's 2nd and 6.
2nd and down for the Longhorns.
I mean, this is impressive. Time and score right here. I said they were nervous, but they're not. They just knew what they were going to do. They just came out and said, all right, enough of this. And they run the same look again, and he just runs through another tackle. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. Now the linebacker has to leave the field because his helmet came off. It's 3rd down and 2. Long 1, maybe.
Or a short 2. Which
Long
one you
1,
going?
short 2.
Yeah, I like that. If there was a stop by Shirley, that's what we need right now. Number 24 plugged the hole. Now let's get a stop.
Looks like they're going to 4 down lineman right here.
They're going to run it right up the gap. They're not going to lose this ball. They're not going to throw it away.
And there's the handoff right there. No, he keeps it. He's going to get the first down.
See where they mark it. Yep, first down.
This is just an impressive drive.
As a coach on the defensive side, and when you really just can't find a way to plug it and stop it. Right at 3-minute mark left in the game. They have really chopped off about 5.5.
This is just right now, if you've got to start taking a whole lot of chances right here if you're North Forsyth. You got to take the passing game out of the equation.
There's no passing. They're not going to pass it.
If they throw it, they score. You know, that's what you got to know.
You put all 12 in the box, and
so
it's going to be the first time out.
I would agree. No, the second time out.
They have already used it.
So no gain.
Brings up second
Only
down.
the audiences of Score Sports 58 and Score 58 Network. We saw a great game tonight, 27-21
So
out of this region.
here you go. You call the timeout after this down. All right, because they're going to run it again.
Yep. You're not passing it. You're not going to put the ball to cause the clock to stop for any reason. Oh, that's just over eagerness right there.
2nd and 5 plus. Guess what starts again?
The clock.
Yep.
Penalty marker on the play. Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
So you've gone to a different front. Linebackers are going to be getting closer to the line of scrimmage right here. That timeout that you had to waste to line up to a broken diamond look on a 4th and 11. I think I might have called their bluff on that one. That was just a good job of coaching right there. But they were able to just beat up 25 more seconds. Now they're going to run the toss, and they've got the edge and the first down. Stays in bounds.
TJ Payton on the carry. Tackle by number 45, Dylan Parker.
Dylan Parker makes the tackle, and his helmet comes off again, so he has to leave the field again. And North Forsyth may not ever see the football again.
I think that's the ultimate plan. We get our first timeout.
Timeout, North Forsyth.
Got 1:40 remaining here in the game. One more timeout remaining for North Forsyth. They can get a first down before they get a touchdown.
Now, if I'm, as bad as this is to say, you've got one timeout. There's a minute, what did we say?
Minute 40. Yep.
I mean,
If serves for no purpose.
If they run the football right here with a minute and 40 left,
Yep.
and you call your last timeout, then the next play they run is under a minute.
They're not going to get the ball back.
The next play they run, it's 40-second clock.
Yeah.
So you could technically.
I mean, you talk about an offensive game plan at the end. I'm a North Forsyth fan, okay? I like Coach Kraft. I love what he's been doing over the years with North Forsyth, so it's been a lot of fun to watch the growth. And this game right here has been a good game. It really has been back and forth. I mean, they had their opportunities in the third quarter.
They did.
So by having their opportunities, that's one of those ones, you know, it came down to, could they get a stop in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes and some change going? And the answer simply is right now, no. Now, can turnovers occur? Yes. But with only one timeout remaining, with a minute 40 on the clock, it's a stretch to see can they actually pull anything else off right now, unless Lanier has a
turnover. And I would never put the ball in harm's way right here.
No.
I might just snap it and run out to the right and waste some time. Now they're going to take their time out.
It'll be second down and about 9.
Chase Jacobs on the carry. Ball down by number 43, right in front.
Last timeout
of the half.
Timeout, North Forsyth.
So you figure that play took 4 or 5 seconds right there, so you're at 135.
Well, great game. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad to have you with us here. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman. Have Maya Barrett in the studio with Robert Reed on camera, live from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Thank you all so much for being a part of this broadcast here on Thursday night. Watching a great game of two great high schools battling it out in their region with a region matchup. Get ready for some football on Friday here on Score 58 Network. We probably won't have a play-by-play game, mainly because Score Sports is running about 50 games tomorrow.
There you go.
So, hey.
Only 50?
Just only 50. No, we're good with that. We get to do a rodeo. Me and you get to call a rodeo at the end of October. So we'll train you on that one, man. It's going to be fun. We don't get to go to Oklahoma, but we're going to give our shot at it and see what happens. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This being third down, correct?
It is.
Third down and about 9 and third down and 8.
Yeah, I'd say 3rd and 8. And this is going to be a snap. I can't believe they're going to run the football right here.
Did we get a flag thrown? Illegal substitution on Lanier. Too many people in the huddle. Coming out of the timeout.
I mean, technically it doesn't mean anything, but.
Well, in this situation, I'm not a mathematician, so I cannot do numbers without seeing the clock. But I have a feeling they can still get the ball back.
With about 20-something seconds left.
At that, right.
Don't run out of bounds.
4th down, and the clock is running.
Jameson on the carry. Down on 23. Ben Gardner.
4th down and what, about 10?
It's 3rd down.
3rd down?
Yeah.
Because of the penalty? Okay. Yep, that's going to be, to me, I thought it was 4th. I got excited. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not the person who usually does the clock. I sent him home. This victory formation is what they're going to give. So this is going to be the ball game here. They're going to knee it down twice and go shake it up on the 50-yard line.
Looks like they're going into the gun right here.
They're going to knee it down. That just scares me as a human being. It's a lot of faith in the good old-fashioned kicker or the snapper. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a final here, 27-21. The Longhorns take down the Raiders of North Forsyth. I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman, Maya Barrett, Robert Reed. Take care of yourself out in this crazy world. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight's broadcast. We'll see you soon.
For you to see, they deliver prime coverage like Amazon. No matter what day of the week you see them on, you don't need to double check. The truth is clearer than air. Treat it like a viral video and share. There's no comparison, no equal to mention. You can see for yourself. Let it have your